Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today we are going to do What Does Your Crush Secretly Think About You? Welcome to Valentine's Day season. Now, I know this will not be posted at the very first day of February because I'm recording on February 1st. Which I just want to take a second and say thank you to everybody that has become a part of this incredible tribe. I'm so honored to have you here. I'm so blessed. And I'm excited to see what the future holds. And for those of you that are new, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here having this human experience and that this is a safe space for you to come as your highest, most aligned, authentic, loving self. Something special about today's reading is that first and foremost, this is our 1 year anniversary. February 1st is when I started this channel after having been through it with some other channels. And I'm here now, and I'm so excited that it's just not only that it's successful, but that it has touched so many people, and that so many people have touched my heart in various ways. And if my memory serves me, this is actually the very first reading that I posted on this channel was What Does Your Crush Secretly Think of You? And it was a huge hit. And so what better way to celebrate our 1 year anniversary with this channel than to do the same reading again. And it's just been a long time. I don't actually think I posted another one of those since then, or if I had, it was, few and far in between for sure. A couple of things before we get into it. We are going to do a lot of love readings this month. It's Valentine's Day, and it feels very fitting for the channel at this time. So you're going to be seeing a lot more love readings coming up. Now, these are things that I do not normally do. I do not usually post love readings. It's not something that I focus on this channel. But because we are at Valentine's Day, I thought that it would be a fun way to celebrate the month. There will be other readings scattered along in there, of course, but it is Scatter Love Tarot, so let's get with the love this month, all right? Memberships are up and running, so if you're wondering more about those, check out the link below. It's the join button. When you click on that, it'll show you the levels I have available as well as the options that come with each level. I have things along with, you'll get the ability to use customized emojis. You'll get customized badges next to your name. There are custom membership only posts, custom membership only polls where you will help dictate the future of the channel and what readings will be coming out. You have on one of the options early access to pick a card readings. Actually, it's for two options. And then on one option, there is membership only readings that won't be posted here for the community. These are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me that opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. And if you're interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all those links necessary below in the description box, where you can email me for a personal reading. I'll get you out more information from there. And you can always follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. So I do hope to see you there. I do wish to give a shout out on this video, and I apologize. One second. Okay, it cut me off. I don't know why. That's why I was trying to give a shout out, and it just, my video cut out, and that's why I was like, what the heck's going on? Shout out to Sterling. Thank you so much. I'm truly honored. I feel so blessed, and I just want to give back. I want to say thank you so much. Truly means a lot to me. If you're wondering what happened, it's not really something I'm going to go into, but just know that I will always give a shout out to those who stand out in situations and have given back to the channel. So with that, let's go ahead and get into our prayer, and we will get into the reading from there. Exciting times. I'm actually really excited for this month. I've been waiting for February. I can't believe it's already been a year, and at the same time, it definitely feels like a year. But I am excited. I'm so excited to be where we are. So blessed. My beloved source, this prayers for any and all who come onto this reading, onto this channel, are a part of this incredible tribe, or are here for just a moment. I ask that you surround us with your love. You know, we're coming up into February, the month of love, and some of us feel very disconnected from it, not seeing it in our own lives and feeling like we're maybe missing something. And this isn't the truth, right? You're around us always. Our guides are around us always. Our higher self loves us so much. And so for those of us that may not have somebody's arms to run into or someone to run into our arms, I ask that you become that within us. Show us that unconditional love. Give us reminders that you are here, always supporting us, always holding us, and always giving us that love, always being the lover that we need, the parent that we need, the friend that we need. Always showing us that we are worthy and deserving of this beautiful gift of unconditional love that comes from you, that we are unable to fathom with our human minds because it's not something that exists normally or naturally in the world, because we're created, or we're more or less, we are conditioned to be in a very unnatural state. So I ask that you help bring us back to our natural state of love, and knowing that we are whole, we are complete, and we are enough in this now moment, even if we do not have someone to call our own. Someone in this title does not make us whole, for we are a whole, complete being as we come. I ask that you give each and every one of us this sign, this reminder, and make it a profound moment so that we stand in awe at the beauty of your connection to us and this physical realm. As these words are spoken unto this reading, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beloved source. Thank you so very much. All right, let me get that out of the way. All right, and if my memory serves me, I used the Shaman Wisdom Oracle cards, and I have not brought these out in a hot minute. So we're going to go ahead and use these today to choose from. Let me give them a quick shuffle. I did shuffle beforehand, but I just feel like I need to shuffle them a few more times here. So source, what does my collective's crush secretly think of them? Okay, thank you. What does my collective crush secretly think of them? All right, let's get into it. So for pile number one, source, what does pile number one's crush secretly think of them? All right, thank you. First and foremost. So for pile number two, source, what does pile number two's crush secretly think of them? What does pile number two's crush secretly think of them? One card, please. Thank you. Well, you're getting two. I'm going to leave it because I did not see it. Card laid, card played. That's what they say. All right. And for pile number three, source, what does pile number three's crush secretly think of them? Okay, thank you. What do we have on the bottom? Ooh, eagle energy. And it's funny because I just heard, and it kind of makes me think of the animal oracle that I have, but spirit has your back, or source has your back. We have east, masculine, and air. So we could very well be getting messages either from the masculine or for the masculine. And that's what it makes me think of here with the air element. Also, you could be someone who is very connected to Archangel Raphael. Okay. And that is a message that's coming through. So let's get this all set up here for you. Can't try it on for size. What is it? Can't buy it at the store. Try it on for size. Bring it back up, cause it don't feel right. No love. It ain't like that. I think that's his Faith Hill song. Okay. All right, so for pile number one, we have this seashell to choose from. Pile number 2, we have this sand dollar for you to choose from. And pile number 3, we have this oyster shell for you to choose from. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And I will see you over on your chosen pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful seashell, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what does your crush secretly think of you. And I have a couple of announcements to make. I just want to say happy 1-year anniversary. At the time of recording this is February 1st. No, it's not going to be posted on February 1st, but happy 1-year anniversary to the channel. I'm so excited. I want to give a shout out to Sterling. So if you don't know who that is, or if you were them, just thank you so much. You know why the shout out's happening. I just want to say thank you. I truly do appreciate you so much. And for those of you that are returning subscribers, supporters, viewers, and just those of you connected with this incredible community, thank you so very much. I'm truly honored and blessed to be here sharing this space and time with you. If you're new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here having this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to come as your highest, most aligned, authentic, loving self. These are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and keeping in mind that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing down below, it does allow me that opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box where you can do so. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you over there. Memberships are now live. If you're wondering more about that, there's a join button down below. And when you click on that, it'll show you the levels available. You're getting things like custom emojis, custom badges that'll show up next to your name. There's one level that has custom community posts, another that has custom polls to help choose some of the readings for the future of the channel. 2 of the options come with early access to pick a card readings, and one of them has an option for membership only readings. So I do hope to see you over there. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to use the dice today to kind of get in touch with the energy of your crush. So we'll get some descriptions about your crush, and then we'll find out with the tarot what it is that they secretly think about you. Okay, so Swords, can you give us some information about pile number 1's crush? What messages can you give us that would help them know that this is the person that's on their mind? Pile number 1's crush. Can you give us a description to the person that's on their mind? Source, tell us more about pile number 1's crush. Well, that was rolling. Okay, so we've got 11th house Pisces, and you can't see it. It's right here, but it is Jupiter energy. Okay. Awesome. So, let me get the block out. I have my camera up a lot higher than I normally do, so that's cool. This is definitely someone that you would consider a friend, or who is in your friend group, okay? They consider you to be a friend. They're kind of dreamy and mysterious, and I feel like both of you feel very lucky that you met one another, but definitely this person may see a lot of luck in their life. Like, they may have a lot of luck, things just working out for them, things are just coming together for them. They're very fortunate, they're very outgoing, they're extremely understanding. Right? They just understand who you are. They understand people. Like, when they talk to others, they definitely understand where it is that they're coming from. and what it is that they're experiencing. This is someone who has a good sense of humor. They're very moral. They have a very high sense of morale. They're someone who's very generous. They're very grateful for life. Okay? This is someone who is pretty worldly. Like, they've probably traveled a lot, or they want to travel a lot. They're very optimistic. This is someone who likes to experience different cultures. They're very expansive. They have a very wide mindset. Okay, this is someone who you may have met recently, or someone that you've known for quite a while, right? I do feel like there's this sense of you guys chatting on social media, via text message, DM, on the phone. Like, there's a sense of there being a phone between you. Okay, you guys talk about everything, though. This person definitely has a lot of recognition. People really like them. They're definitely trying to make their hopes and dreams come true. They're very socially aware. They may not go out very much, though. Like, as much as they like to talk to people and have friends, this is someone who might not go out very often, okay? With Pisces here, this person has very beautiful eyes. Like, you notice their eyes right off the bat, right? This is someone who's intuitive. They may or may not be spiritual, but with Pisces here, there's that sense of being able to walk in a spiritual way while maybe not knowing you're spiritual, right? Just a better understanding of the inner workings of the cosmos. They're very sensitive. This person's very creative. They love music. You both could already connect via music. This is someone who can be self-sacrificing, though. When you talk to them, you definitely have this sense of connection with them, and like they're an old soul. They're very compassionate. You can see that they're very romantic, but you also do notice some things that they can be an escapist at times. Like, they just are trying to get away from what's going on around them. And that could be because they're experiencing a lot of heavy energy at this time. It could be that they're going through healing. This could be somebody that is a Sagittarius, a Pisces, or an Aquarius. They could have the 11th house in Pisces. They could have Jupiter in the 11th house as well. This could be someone who also has Aquarius in Jupiter, Venus in Pisces, or I'm hearing a moon in Pisces. Okay, so let's just get with that, right? All right, so I'm going to do a little bit. I haven't done clarifiers today, but today we're going to do clarifiers. Not that this is going to be a super long reading or anything. I just thought that we'd get with it and bring out some of my love cards. So we're going to be using the Final Rose Tarot today, but I'm going to start off with the Tarot Marseille. So, Source, what does pile number one's crush secretly think of them? Yeah, I feel like you met through either someone that you both know, or you were introduced to them at some kind of a gathering. And there was a lot of anxiety at first. Like, is this person really who they say they are? I feel like that happened with both of you. You were wondering if the other was superficial or not. So, Source, what does pile number one's crush secretly think of them? There's been a lot of drama in the background, okay? So that while you're on their mind, there's also a lot that they're going on in their own personal life. What does pile number one's crush secretly think of them? Source, what does pile number one's crush secretly think of them? Thank you. Okay, what does pile number one's crush secretly think of them? Source, what would you like to tell us? Okay, thank you. Look, and it's interesting how the card, did you see how it landed like that on, and this is a rose quartz. This is a gigantic piece of rose quartz that I have here. Okay, it's pretty big. And it's just interesting that this card, so I do feel like this is something that, you know, has to do with their feelings in the way that it flew out. We'll definitely check that out, but right off the bat, I do feel like that has to do with something with their feelings. Ooh, look at that. They feel like you are in Queen of Coins energy. You are a boss. Okay, you are someone who's grounded. You are stable. You take care of business. You do what's necessary. They see you as actually very compassionate and very honest and loving and giving and creative. Like, there's so much about you that this person sees. They really notice here, though, is that you are focused on your coin. Like, you're focused on making sure that you are stable. You may be in a very difficult situation as well. They see you doing everything in your power to get out of that situation, to be seen, to be heard, to be understood. Look, yeah. So, okay, so they're definitely showing up here. What do they secretly think about you? They secretly feel like you're very stuck. They see you as being stuck in a situation that you don't like. Okay? And you're focused on your coin. Like, it's like, even though this situation is rough on you, even though the situation is weighing on you, you do not let it get you down. And they like that. They really are. They're like, gives them hope for themselves. Yeah, look, that you're persevering. You're overcoming the hardships, even if it is a slow journey. Even if it is a slow journey, definitely. You could have a Taurus in your midhaven. Or you could also have Taurus in... So I'm hearing third house. Like, it came in so loud and I'm not sure why. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But I did hear Taurus in your third house. You could also have Capricorn in your 10th house. Or you could have Saturn in Capricorn, which would be its home ruling planet. So let's see here what we've got. Yeah, okay, we've got the Knight of Swords. Or, I'm sorry, the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, we have the Five of Wands reversed. Interesting. Okay. And again, we said that this was with how they felt emotionally about you, right? So there is a little bit of a disconnect here. They do think that you're very proud. They do feel like you're very strong. They do feel like, though, maybe the only thing that you're thinking about is money and not anything other than your money. And, you know, like, that's okay, because I feel like the reason that you're focused on your coin is, like I said, it just feels like there's been something that has gone awry, right? Something that didn't pan out the way that you were expecting it to. And so you have to ensure that you're stable before you go and really focus on other things, you know, like fun or like the connection or like making time. And I feel like you do make time for them when they want to talk to you. But I also feel like there's this energy around you where it's like, you know, I'm more holding space for my future because I've tried to wait around on love. Like, that's really what it feels like. I've really tried to wait around on love. And so for them, they're seeing this energy of like being stuck in the material world. And that's where you're at. Like, you're really focusing on the material side of things. But I do feel like they're only seeing part of the story of what it is that you're going through. You know, it's like you can't just always have fun and games in life. Like, sometimes you do have to focus on the stability in life when you have something going on behind closed doors. And I feel like, here's the thing, I do feel like they too also have something going on behind closed doors, but they may just not give as much attention to it as you do in your situation. Not that it's worse or it's better. It's just different, right? So they do think that there's something about you where you're absolutely stubborn here. Like, you're not refusing to change the way you look at money, or you're refusing to change the way that you see your work habits. So maybe they're afraid to come forward and just ask you out on a date or actually take it to the next level here because they think that you put work above all else. And I want you to know, Pile One, that is not a bad thing. I mean, eventually, yes, you have to make space for others. And just remember that there's always time and a place to do everything. And so, but if right now you're working to get out of a sticky situation, it's okay to focus on one step at a time. Like, it's hard to multitask. And when we're multitasking, you know, like if you were to go out with them right now, would you be able to focus on them? Or would you be focused on, oh my gosh, like I need to work here, I need to do that, I need to get this project done? And that's something to think about. Should you be like that your whole life? No. You definitely have to make time for those connections. And I do feel like this person's ready to build a connection. But definitely with this Page of Swords here, usually this is talking about not wanting to pay attention to reality. You're not wanting to face reality, right? And the Five of Wands can talk about not wanting to change. And the Nine of Coins in the reverse really talks about illusions. It's like they think that right now you're in a place of not wanting to change the way you see what could potentially be an illusion, right? And that's fine, but as much as it is an illusion, we still live in a time and place where money does... We need money. You can't just up and leave money and hope that you're going to be okay. You know, what about food? What about all these things? It's not that Source won't take care of us, but also Source likes to help those that help themselves. And so I feel like it's interesting because I feel like I'm feeling your resistance. Well, they just don't understand. Like, I have to take care of some things. And I feel like the reason they don't understand, again, if you've met this person and yeah, you may have been chatting with them, they only see this much of you. And so right now they definitely think that you're more focused on money. And what they secretly think of you is that you don't want to change that. And that they don't have a stand in your life because of that. What does Pile 1's crush secretly think of them? Can we get some? Yeah. Ooh, we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming out here with Destiny. Oh my gosh. Like, they think that you're meant to be in their lives. They feel like you're meant to be in their lives. Like, they really do have some deep feelings here for you. Source, can you please clarify this Five of Wands here? What does Pile number 1's crush secretly think of them? Rose ceremony with Judgment. I feel like here's the thing, Pile 1. Here's the thing. They're having a deeper understanding right now as to why it is that you're working on yourself. Like, I feel like for most of you, Pile 1, you're absolutely in your divine feminine energy. You could identify with the divine feminine. Again, it's just energy. It's whatever you identify with. Even if you're the masculine here, it's like there's this energy that's coming in where it's like you're owning your power right now, and they're coming to this realization of that, and they do want to offer you something here, but they do see you as a cut above the rest. Like, they see you as so different. And so even though they feel like you're only worried about money and material things, like, I don't feel like it's actually material things that you're worried about. I feel like you're just worried about getting out of whatever snag you're in right now. So, like, even if it's like repairing a car, it's like I'm working hard overtime so I can repair my car and get that taken care of. If it's like getting a new house, I'm working for the down payment so that I don't have to have a loan with as high as interest on it. Like, it's like whatever you're focused on that right now. And that's been something that you've been focused on before you met them. Like, that's what it feels like. Before you met them, you were focused on this. So there's no need for you to switch up and be like, oh, so now I'm 100% focused on you too. Like, that's not how it works. But sometimes, right, sometimes that's how it feels. We have the cocktail party here with the star. Yeah, they feel like you're a cut above the rest. So here's the interesting thing. It's actually really adorable what they think of you. Like, they do see you as being focused on your material gains, but it's almost like they wish that you could see yourself in the light that they see you. Like, as this incredible person, you should never worry about anything. You should be taken care of. You should be sitting back and enjoying life and celebrating life, and you're just a bright star that's come into their life. You swept them off their feet, whether you were trying to or not, because I feel like it was just kind of like a chance meeting all of a sudden, and they've been completely taken aback with you. Like, I am I'm stuck on you. Okay, so was that Lionel Richie? Oh, yeah, let's get it. Love songs of the future. That guy was way ahead of his time, had some wonderful love songs. But I feel like that's the thing. It's like this is somebody who they think about you, they have good thoughts about you, they want to romance you, they want to spend life with you with the Wheel of Fortune here. You know, and we have Jupiter energy here with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like they feel completely lucky that they even got to meet you. Like they know how much of a chance, like 1 in a billion chance that they could ever meet someone like you. And I feel like that's a thing because you're focused on your journey, which you absolutely should be, Pile 1. They're like wondering what role could they ever play in your life? And I feel like if they ever just came forward and said, hey, I'm interested in you, let's go out on a date, you would probably be like, yeah, cool, I'm cool with that. Oh, look, the moon, and look at this image. But right now, they're kind of keeping it under wraps because they don't know how you feel. Look, reassuring rose. We have the 4 of mirrors. So if you talk to them, I mean, I'm not saying pour out your heart and be like, I'm absolutely head over heels in love with you or anything like that. But definitely reassure them that you appreciate them being in your life. You appreciate what they bring to you. Like, that is something that they really do like. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to lift them up or anything. It's just like sometimes when you just tell someone, hey, I'm really happy that we met and I just want to thank you for being you, that makes them feel so good and so comfortable with telling you how they feel as well. And so I'm not saying they're going to come in and be like, hey, Pile 1, I want everything with you. But I do feel like they're also going to reciprocate that because they do care about you. They do care about you and they want something that's beautiful here with you, but it is very secretive. I think they think about you romantically a lot here and they're not really revealing that a whole lot because we have the moon here, right? There is still a shade coming through here. Ooh, yeah, they've definitely got some naughty thoughts about you that they will not talk about with you yet. With the devil here. Yeah, they've got some naughty thoughts coming through. So it's like they think about everything with you. What would it be like to be with this person? What would it be like to do the dance with no pants with this person? What would it be like to fulfill my fantasies with this person? To travel with them? What would it be like to kiss Pile number 1? What would it be like to see Pile 1 cry? What would it be like to comfort Pile number 1 in their time of need? Like, they really do think about a lot of things, but I do feel like they're kind of in this place where they don't feel like they deserve someone like you. And I think that there's an energy where maybe you have been reassuring them and they're kind of feeling this lift off their heart where it's like, okay, they really do care about me. They're showing up. They're putting in the effort. Maybe I put in the effort too, but I do feel like they think that you're focused on money, and I don't feel like they have a whole lot to offer you at this time. Like they're just in a weird part in their own life. And so it's like, what do I have to offer for Pile 1? But they do want to come forward and offer you something. Like you're healing them. And I feel like part of what you're healing them was 22:02 on the clock. I feel like part of what and I'm holding the Judgment card number 20. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Source. I feel like what it is that you're helping them heal is this belief that they deserve someone that like what they want, and you're exactly everything that they wanted. Absolutely. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get some. Whoa, okay, thank you. I want to get 2 of these today, Source. What else would you like to say? What does Pile number 1's crush secretly think of them? On the bottom, speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. Yeah, and exactly, like, even up here with the moon, right? With the 4 of mirrors here, which is the 4 of swords, we have the reassuring rose. And it's because this person has been through it. This person's been pressured by other people. This person is being pressured by other people. This person is in a very weird section of their life. That's just a weird chapter they're going through. Healing karmic situations here. And so with that reassurance, it's like You know, maybe you're like, well, they need to do that for me. And I feel like they absolutely will, but they don't feel comfortable enough to be the first one to say it, because maybe that's what got them into those questionable circumstances in their lives. Like, they're very loving, they're very outgoing, they're willing to say how they feel, but they've been put on blast too many times by people who don't have the best of intentions for them. We have Cancer energy coming out with nurture, comfort, and protection. They do feel a need to protect you, pile one. Like, they feel like they need to show up and protect you. They want to nurture you. They want to comfort you. That's what I was saying. What would it be like to comfort pile one if they were crying in their time of need? What would it be like to be there and take care of them? So they do feel that for you. They want to take care of you, but again, they're just fighting their own inner self beliefs. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we all have our own self doubts, and I feel like they're facing that. But they do feel a sense of expansion with you. Look, we have the North Node on the bottom with destined to have. So they are a part of your life. They're meant to be a part of your life. You're meant to be a part of their life. Like, that's very profound. Source coming through. Like, no, this is meant to happen. I mean, you got the Wheel of Fortune and the North Node in this reading. Woo. Let's be real. Like, that's strong energy. That is really strong energy. Look, we have intuition on the bottom with 37, which is 10, the completion, and overabundance of a situation here with Cat. So absolutely, you two are drawn to each other naturally. There's like a very magnetic pull between the two of you. It's not something that you can turn off, either one of you. But it doesn't mean that just because that magnetic pull is there that there's not going to be the doubts, right? The doubts don't go away just because there's a strong attraction. It doesn't, you know, and sometimes in those cases, they're amplified. Look, celebration dance. So I feel like, pile one, if you are talking to this person, if you're not yet, they're coming. Okay, so that's what they're saying here. 25:25 on the clock. But I do feel like if you are talking to this person, like, your guides are over here dancing. They're like, yes, finally. They're finally connecting with this person. We waited so long for them to get connected with them, even though time is non-existent in the spiritual realm. But that's like the energy that they're showing here. It's like, finally. Finally. And this is something worth celebrating. And just taking it slow is so powerful for you. I feel like both of you are taking it slow because it's like you're both talking to each other. You're communicating with each other. But I do feel like it's just something that's like, maybe before you would jump into like, so how do you feel about me? Or you would maybe jump to the sexual side of things, or people would jump to the sexual side of things with you. And maybe before it was something that you were just like, oh, this is what people do. And that could have happened with both of you. I do feel like you have very parallel lives. I feel like you both have very parallel circumstances that are coming through here. And it's like both of you want to do something with the other that you've never done before. And so in that time frame, it's like maybe all you have to talk about are your projects that you're working on and your life and where your life is taking you. And that's not bad. You know, that's them getting to know you. And so they may have already just put this idea. It's like, oh, well, that's all pile one talks about is their work, getting work done. And it's like, but your projects are like a main focus in your life right now. Simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. Number 5, yeah, so there's something very uncomfortable with them coming forward and expressing how they feel right now. Okay, like they're just very uncomfortable with it. And don't be upset about that. Like, there's no reason to be upset about that. There's no reason to also be like, oh, that's a toxic thing. Like, no, they're just like you, everybody's healing, and that's something that we all have to embrace and embody, right? Look, and we have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. Number 12. So there's definitely a need for perspective change here for both of you. I feel like just letting them be who they are. And I feel like you do that to a certain extent, but I do feel like you also have doubts that you might not be yet willing to face, or you're looking to face those as well. Like, maybe it's like, oh, I've been waiting for love for a long time. Like, this person, I really get along with them. Like, we mesh really well. Like, they check a lot of my boxes. But what's the dealio? And they're saying here, like, just let go of the doubt. Trust that everything is working out into your favor. It's North Node energy coming in here. Look, we have even 11 coming through here with power and deer. There's definitely a lot of emotions that are building here. I feel like it's just a matter of time before something tips within this connection. And so there's a lot of emotion coming through here. We have 1111, a very spiritual number coming through here. Definitely a connection that is divinely guided. Look, and we have solitude, island, solitude. So there's actually a need here for you to separate at a time. So it's like, while you might talk every day, there might be like large gaps in between your conversations. Or it's like maybe you send one or two messages, but it's like both of you have large gaps between each other, and it's because you both need the solitude in order to recalibrate, to come forward in this connection. And that's good for you. That space is so healthy for you because it's allowing you to come as your highest, most aligned self in this moment, and the same for them. They're coming as their highest, most aligned self in this moment. So we're going to get some love oracles out here. We have hammer, sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it and repairing. Exactly what I've been saying. It's like there's a lot of healing that's coming through here. It's like you can't just expect that to change overnight with yourself or with someone else, right? It just takes time. Let's get a shadow aspect on this reading source. Broken. Wow. They didn't keep the promises they made. They may break your heart, but not your spirit. And I feel like this is what both of you are experiencing. I feel like this is a mirrored energy here that you're both experiencing when it comes to this. And we have ending. You're pretending that it's not ending, but it's time to let go and make a fresh start. Didn't I say that? That's why you're focused on your money right now. That's why you're focused on building, is because you're trying to bring something to an end. Like you're trying to get out of it. And I feel like they're in the same energy, but whatever they're focused on, they're like, how do I end it in a different way? Like it's not like they have a relationship going on. I don't feel that at all. I feel like this is literally just ending some chapter of life that they're just trying to find a solution to. Partying, we have time with friends, having fun, happily single and living in the moment. So right now, there's something very powerful about you two just talking and still staying single. Okay? Like there's something very, very powerful about that. And I know that's not what everyone wants to hear. Everyone wants to say, oh, they're coming forward. We're going to be in a relationship tomorrow. No, that's why I'm saying, like, source is saying there's a reason this is going very slow. Making progress. Like I put 11 here. I didn't even realize this until just now. We have 11 and 12. There's like this idea of making slow steps. Slow and steady wins the race each time. Okay, look, healing heart, healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, an abusive relationship. This is that broken energy coming in. So this is what both of you are working on right now. That's why it needs to be taken slow. Maybe in the past you both jumped into situations, again, that just were really bad for you, really toxic for you, taught you very, very deep lessons. And now it's just about, you know what, if you have a chance, if you live near the beach, go out to the beach with them one day, go out to park one day, you know, whatever it is that you like to do, like invite them along, or like if they invite you along, that's the thing. Spend time with friends, go and take your friends out and stuff, right? Like we have abundance coming through, positive mindset, manifest, gratitude and bliss and blessings. And this is also giving me that energy of clarifying that you're definitely got your I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Snoop, right? Isn't that a Snoop song? I don't know. Comment down below if you know who that is. So let's get some yin yang cards on it, and then we'll check out your oracle card and see what it has to say. Source, what else would you like to say here? What does pile number one's crush secretly think of them? So they do feel like you're meant to be together. Like that's something that's absolutely secretly coming through here. They do feel like the two of you are meant to be together. They really do have feelings for you that they're not yet ready to talk about. Yeah, right now they're stuck in a past situation. We have memories, nostalgia. Maybe they recently broke up, or they're dealing with the heartbreak from some really toxic situation, which we have here, toxicity and addiction, right? We did have fears flying out as the first card, limitations and fears. So they're overcoming their own limitations. They're overcoming their own fears, learning how to build healthy structures and a solid foundation, which is why it's so important for the two of you to take this extremely slow, like as if it's not even moving forward at all, but it is, right? As long as you're talking to each other, there's motion, okay? There's a rebirth that's happening between the two of you. Look, Mercury, messages, travel, and communication. Exactly. This is confirming what I've been feeling this whole time. There's absolutely there's like some sort of communication between the two of you. Okay, so like if you're not talking to this person, this may not be your pile, or it could be that this is coming in for you shortly. Look, I cannot make this up. Integration and union. There's meant to be a union here. Like it's meant to be here, but we're dealing with, look, where was it? Where was it? Right here, right here, right here, right here. You see this? Sabotage. Guilt, sabotage. So there's a lot of guilt that's coming out here. You know, they're feeling guilty about a situation and they're trying to rebuild themselves. They are connected to you. They feel like it. Look, we have love underneath this. Unconditional love, self-love, wholeness, affection, attraction, and selflessness. Wedding rings, union, marriage, soul connection, everlasting love, and devotion. I cannot make this stuff up. We have soulmates under that. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. We have paradise, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, the honeymoon phase, and then the butterfly, evolving and growth, the next phase, healing inner child, releasing the past. And I feel like this is the thing here. The snake, competition and energy, the other woman looking over your shoulder. So there might be a third party energy. So they could be dealing with, and it's interesting, I didn't even think to say that at the beginning, but now that it's coming back, the Page of Swords could be pointing at that they're in a lawsuit or some sort of separation like that, which is why right now all they can do is talk with you, with talking, interested, awaiting messages, text, calls, and email, and talking more. So that's really the energy that's coming through here. The cards are like putting it down for us. They do care about you. They do like the idea of you being a part of their lives. They want to be there, but right now they're dealing with something in the background that they cannot they can't just dump. Like, and I feel like it's the same thing with you. You can't just dump working on what it is that you've been working on, because it's taking you both to that next level, and you're going to actually be growing together, even if you are seemingly in solitude here. Let's take a look at your oracle card. We have Mint, masculine, east, Mercury, and air. We have Mercury here coming out as well. Look, number 29 in numerology is 11. We had 11, 11, 11 coming out here on your reading. So synchronistic. So definitely pointing towards communication here. Let's read this from the book. Number 29. All right, Mint. Look, can you see that? It says, I am mint. I am your breath of fresh air. My fragrance stimulates and intensifies your sensual nature. My powerful banquet purifies thought and soothes the nerves. Your energies are enhanced and your creative strengths increased by the correct use of my properties. I will protect your path and your resources. I am purification to your entire being. I am your energy. I am your strength. Yeah, so together you're building a very clear path here that's going to be like a breath of fresh air for both of you. And again, that idea of protection coming through here. They absolutely secretly think that they are here to protect you from the bad things in life. And I know some of us are like, we don't need protection, but it's not like they're like that. It's more or less they're coming in and they just want to make sure that you have a partner to go through the ups and the downs in life with, right? But right now they're dealing with something. I feel like you're also dealing with something wherever it is that you fall at. You know, we're healing from abusive relationships here. Overall, they're very sweet, beautiful energy, very kind energy. It's unusual to feel this deeply a kind energy. Like, I feel beautiful energies all the time. I get to connect with you, but this is such a kind energy. Like, they don't want anybody to feel any of the things that they felt, but it's hard for them because everybody seemingly in their life has put them through that, and you're the only person that they see not doing those same things that everyone else has. But it doesn't mean that they're not going to feel their triggers around you. Okay, so if you feel like this is your reading, leave a little chain link emoji down below and say, I allow myself to continue to grow abundantly so I can call in a higher union in my life. Let Source know that you're ready to connect this way, and however this journey is meant to take you, right? Leave me a thumbs up, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming through, giving us this incredible message. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this sand dollar, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, which you actually got 2, it came out when I was shuffling, then this is going to be your reading on what does your crush secretly think of you. A few things first. Happy 1-year anniversary to the channel. At the time of recording this, February 1st, 2024 is our 1-year anniversary. I'm so excited. It's so amazing and so incredible that we're here. I do just want to send a shout out to Sterling. I just want to say thank you so much for supporting the channel like you did. And if you are a continued viewer, subscriber, collective tribe member, I'm truly honored to have you as a part of this journey and to be sharing this time and this space with you. Thank you so much. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here having this human experience, and that this is a safe place to come as your highest, most aligned, loving, and authentic self. If you are keeping in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing down below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links necessary below in the description box, where you can email me for a personal reading. I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. I do hope to see you over there. And make sure you check out the memberships. They are now live. If you click the join button down below where the subscribe button is or used to be, it'll show you the 3 levels I have available, as well as the options that come with each level. You're looking at customized emojis, customized badges that you can use that show up next to your name. There's going to be membership only posts, membership only polls where you'll help determine the readings that come out in the future. For 2 options, there's early access to pick a card readings, and for one of the options, there are membership only readings that you will see. All right, so I do hope that you find one that works for you. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to use the dice today to connect with your crush's energy so that we can have a better understanding of your crush, and then we'll get the tarot out and find out what it is that they're secretly thinking about you. So Source, for pile number 2, can you please tell us about their crush so that we know that this is the person they're thinking about? Source, can you please tell us more about their crush so that they know that this is their pile? What can you tell us about pile number 2's crush? Source, what can you tell us about their personality, who they are? What can you tell us about pile number 2's crush? All right, so we've got the 9th house, Scorpio energy, and we've got Venus coming out here. Let me get this set up. Okay. Ooh, okay, so whether or not they have mentioned it, this is someone who's very spiritual. I do feel like I could be talking to divine masculines here. It does not have to be. That is just a very strong energy that's coming through right off the bat. You could be the divine masculine or identify with the divine masculine. And if not, don't worry, there's still messages here for you. I just wanted to say that right off the bat, because this is someone who's coming out in their very much in their divine feminine energy. They're very much attracting to them what it is that they want. They are a very attractive person. They are very popular and magnetic. However, this is someone who's extremely secretive. They don't share stuff about themselves. They don't talk about their lives. They are very much in this place of learning as much as they can about the taboo things in life. So things that people are like, oh my gosh, you shouldn't study that. Like, you don't know what you're going to get into. You don't know what that entails. Like, this is somebody who's studying that. It is so weird. I have never heard this in my whole life. But what came out is demonology. And it's not something that I am ever into. Like, I don't study that or anything like that. So, like, for it to come out was really loud right now. And this could be someone who just studies that because they're interested in it. Not that this is someone who's they don't practice that. I feel like this is someone who studies things because they're genuinely curious about what it is that freaks it out. Like, why are people freaked out about this? Like, that's why they're studying things like that. Okay, Egyptian, ancient artifacts. I'm hearing archaeology. I'm hearing they are into hieroglyphs. I'm hearing like they definitely go into the stuff that nobody wants to, or that very few people are getting involved in. They could also be studying demonology for the sheer fact of maybe they've been taking courses to be an exorcist. This is weird energy coming in. Not like a terrible energy, just like I'm shocked by it. So, like, okay. But overall, this is someone who's definitely very kind. They're very gentle. They're just very secretive and very much into the occult. And, they could be learning about different types of religions. They could be definitely learning about Wicca. This is someone who could be learning about the things that people just say, oh, no, 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 no. Hell to the nah. To the na na na, hell to the na na, right? That's what people be saying over here. Like, oh no, don't study that stuff. But this is someone who's just generally very inquisitive. Like, they just are really open to learning new energy, new information all the time. Like, they want to know all about it. This could be a professor, a history buff. Like, this is someone who definitely thrives on knowledge. So maybe you met at school. Maybe you work at a school. Maybe you did like a teacher's conference thing where you went to go get information and that's where you met. But yeah, this person definitely is very interested in the things that nobody else wants to talk about or study. Or if they do, they're just very few and far in between. This is someone who I do feel like you're both very sexually attracted to one another, especially with the Scorpio coming out with the Venus energy here. Like, very attracted, there's someone who's going to play a very solid masculine role in this, and there's someone who's going to play a very feminine role in this as well. And, again, it's just the energies that you're taking on. We're not talking about life roles. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the energetic roles. There's someone who's very active, proactive, and there's someone who's receptive and very soft and feminine, right? And so that's what it feels like here. So whichever one you identify with is fine. Energy is fluid. So it just does feel like this person definitely travels the world, though. It would not surprise me if this person goes to different places to seek knowledge about that place. Definitely feel like they're all over the place. Like, not their energy, just literally their physical body is here, then it's here, and then it's there, and then it's here. Kind of like, so, a real life Indiana Jones. Oh my gosh, that's so funny that it came back up. I was talking about that to someone the other day, and it just like came in again so loud right now. I was like, oh, it's a real life Indiana Jones. Maybe not fighting off people and stuff like that, but definitely someone who travels for their work to gain information and knowledge about whatever, they're doing. So they could be trying to understand more about the Dead Sea Scrolls, like understanding, things like they're digging up from certain places around the world and trying to understand that better. Yeah, so it's definitely someone who's very well traveled, like very well rounded individual, someone who's very bright and intelligent as well. Okay, so Source, can you please tell us, what does pile number 2's crush secretly think about pile number 2? Thank you. What does pile number 2's crush secretly think about them? They definitely do have some emotions for you. They feel like you're someone who's very well balanced in the emotional scale. Like, they see you as someone who's capable of handling a lot and not being like dramatic or overly emotional about it. Like you're going to find a solution because you're pretty even tempered. Okay, thank you. Source, what does pile number 2's crush secretly think of them? Thank you. Okay, what does pile number 2's crush secretly think of them, Source? Okay, thank you. Also, I'm hearing Comic-Con, so this could be someone who's a nerd. Hey, being a nerd is a really cool thing. Didn't used to be when we were growing up. But you know what? When you become an adult, you realize they got it going on, right? Yeah, very attractive. This person is extremely attracted to you. They think you're very bold, you're very strong, but that you have very solid boundaries when it comes to your life, your emotions, how you view things. Like, you're not just going to get involved in things because, like, there has to be a positive experience for you. It's like if it's negative or it's low vibrational, like you do not go towards it. And this is what they're secretly thinking about you. Like they're like observing you. It's almost like, okay, like I'm hearing that song, I wanna you, fuck you, right? Like I'm trying not to curse on this, but it's like, it's an Akon song, and it's when, I don't remember who's rapping it, but he's like sitting in the smoker section. I got a bird's eye view. That's what it feels like. They're like in the shadow. I'm seeing like a shadow where they have their hand over their face. What's that movie too? They're showing me that True Lies, when he's watching his wife dance for him and she doesn't know that it's him. If you've ever seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. But has like his hand over his face and you can't see them looking at you and they're watching you. So yeah, definitely watching as you're acting and you're doing like acting life out. That's a weird way to put it. Seeing that you do have options, but you know, you always wait around for what's going to best serve you. You're not just trying to jump at everything that's available. Look, because you have such a solid perspective and understanding of who you are, you're incredibly comfortable with yourself. And if you hear that noise, okay, it's not something I can control. They're mowing the lawn today, and the lawnmower is incredibly loud. So I'm hoping it's not too much feedback for you. But they do feel like you're a very attractive person. They are very attracted to you. Okay, so we have the 2 of coins in the reverse. We have the 4 of wands in the reverse. We have the 6 of swords. Yeah, okay, so that's why. They definitely think that you've had a broken heart before. And they feel like you're used to experiencing a lot of ups and downs, and that you're in this place now of really having someone who's going to stand there beside you and not make life difficult for you. And so they really think like that's why you're someone who's so strong with your boundaries, is that you're no longer putting up with that shiznat. It's like if somebody's playing games, get out. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Like I'm not going to put up with that. I'm not going to go through that because it's not for me. And that's the type of energy that's coming in here. It's like they see you as having dealt with too many people who are very low vibrational, very toxic by nature. You could have dealt with some narcissists that definitely broke your heart. And they secretly think that that is something that has made you very, very, very powerful in your energy. Like you're very strong. Hold on just a second. They're coming right by my window. Okay, it should quiet down for the most part now. I mean, she's mowing right here, but she's no longer right next to the window. But yeah, they just definitely feel like you've dealt with a lot of people who don't take you seriously, and that's made you this strong individual. That's put you in this position of saying like, I'm not going to go through anything that's less than my time. And that's good. That's a good place to be at. But they secretly think that you're beautiful, handsome, sexy person. So I'm going to get some clarifiers out today. If you didn't catch the info, I talked about that in the info. In the intro, not the info. Okay. I feel like you make this, that's why they watch you from a distance, because they feel like you kind of flabbergast them and they're not sure how to talk to you. I do feel like this person is very spiritual as well. Like they very much have done a lot of different things in the spiritual realm. and finding out that information. Source, can you please clarify the Two of Coins here for us? Meeting parents. We have 9 of Roses. Yeah, they secretly wonder what it would be like to take you home, what it would be like. I keep hearing in sickness and in health, like what would it be like to take care of you? So they may imagine playing house with you, you know, not playing, but just like that's something that they're imagining. 14:44 on the clock. Source, can you please clarify this 4 of Wands in the reverse? What does pile number 2's crush secretly think of them? Okay, so you're getting... Look, we have the 4 of Wands again. The mansion. So we have the 4 of Wands coming out for the 4 of Wands. So they definitely want to take you to this place of having overcome that heartbreak and bringing you to a place of home. You know, that's like I was saying, like they're imagining what would it be like to play house with you. And so we go from meeting the parents to the mansion, like taking care of you. Whether or not this person has tons of money or not, that's not what we're looking at today. It's just saying like this person thinks about putting you into a place that's safe and guarded away from those that are going to hurt you, and helping you come into a space of letting go of what's not serving you. And then we have the Ace of Swords here with fresh meat. And this is the only card I can't stand from this deck because it's just like so weird. Just a weird depiction of the swords cards. But for me, what this is saying here is that Source is coming through and saying like this is clearly like what they want. This is the truth of how they feel. I'm going to put this underneath here. No, they don't see you as a piece of meat. That's not what's coming through here. It's just like Source clarifying that, yeah, that's the energy that's coming through. Let's get one more out here for the 6 of Swords. Source, can we please clarify that? Thank you. We have the Knight of Cups. The hopeless romantic. Yeah, they definitely want to sweep you off your feet. They wonder what it would be like to sweep you off your feet, to maybe take you somewhere. Again, this idea of travel coming through here with this card. I feel like this person travels a whole lot. They're definitely all around, and I feel like they would love to take you and travel with you. And that's what they wonder is, what would it be like to travel with you, pile number 1? Like, what would a trip with you be like? Oh, we have the Ace of Cups here with the first kiss. Definitely a love, like definitely feel a deep affection for you. But we have 9 of Swords underneath that, blindsided. And then we have 10 of Coins with hometown underneath that. Yeah. So it's like, again, they don't want you to cry anymore. They don't want you to be sad anymore. They want you to feel like you have a place to go, like you have a place to belong. Like they've seen you experience hardships. They've seen you go through some hard things, and they've seen you put your guard up, and they know why you have your guard up. Like they're not over here like, oh, why does pile number 2 not want to, you know, put their guard down? They're like, respect that you have a guard up. They understand that. They're like, no, I completely understand why pile 2 is the way that they are. Like, I understand that they've had their heart broken way too many times, that they've experienced too many hardships. And they respect that, and they feel like that's what's made you very emotionally stable, is because now it's like having your heart broken. Now they want to be that person for you that's like fireworks in your life, and they definitely imagine what it would be like to kiss you. Maybe you do talk to them. You don't have to. Look, and then we have the 5 of Flutes underneath that, which is the 5 of Cups. I effed up. Sorry, I'm the worst. Like, and then the Bachelor, which is the Emperor underneath that. So it's like, that's the thing. They want to take you out of this energy with someone saying, oh my gosh, I apologize, I'm the worst, to coming into this very grounded, stable type of energy. And that's what they think about. They think about, what would you be like if they came in as an emperor? Like, how would you be if you felt completely emotionally stable, emotionally satisfied, physically stable? Like, these are the things that they're secretly thinking about, and they think that you're someone that has a hard time with that. Like, it's insecure. And then we have the Hanged Man here with the cliffhanger, to be continued. Like, you're a little bit insecure about that because you've had to sweat the small stuff. You've had to sweat the big stuff with other people. And so it's like, they don't want you to do that anymore. They don't want you to go through that no more. Like it's something they definitely secretly think about with you. We have back to what you love, reevaluate your desires, number 3 coming in here. And so it's like they're over here trying to help you reconnect with a funner side of yourself. Like, let's reconnect with that softer side of ourselves. It's like I said, there's this energy coming in where there's someone who's going to play a very masculine role and there's someone who's going to play a very feminine role. And at the beginning, I did say that it feels like I'm talking to the masculine here. And so this could be the feminine saying, like, I want to be that feminine energy that lets you let your guard down. For if you're a feminine here, it's like they want to be the masculine that allows you to open up your heart and let your guard down. We have cardinal energy here, instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. I'm getting that there could be someone who has Mars in Scorpio. They could actually have Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Aries as well. So that could be you, that could be them. They definitely want to take action towards you. And there's a little bit of hesitation here. You know, when you're hopelessly romantic, is this person going to deny me, reject me, or are they going to accept me? Or are they going to see what it is that I'm trying to bring in? They want 2 of these for you. Look, number 33 on the bottom with change, chameleon. Like they're tired of blending in, that hiding in the background and just watching you from a distance. They want to step forward. Yeah, they want to step forward and witness you in your glory. And tell you that you're worthy of celebrating. So this wants to clarify that, whatever that is. We have purification with rain. Yeah, they've definitely gone through their own sense of healing here. And so let's see what we got. Let's look at this one first. Tsunami, wake up call. Oh, so they've been a crush for a long time. Ooh, okay. So this has been your crush for a long time and they're going through a wake-up call. I feel like this has all been building. So it does feel like this person may have had access to maybe social media or they know you personally where they've seen you go through a lot of hard things. And they have thought about this stuff for a lot. And it's like, I feel like some of you are like, you know what? I'm tired of waiting around for someone who doesn't want to make me a priority in their life. And I understand that, okay? I feel like this person had to go through their own series of things. And you've come into this place now where it's like, I'm not just going to take you just because. And so this person's definitely going through their own wake-up call where it's like, if I don't step forward sometime soon, I could lose pile number 2 for forever. You know, there are other options out there for you. You have other suitors and, you know, like the one that's going to come through and say, hey, you know what? I want to do this thing with you. And you're going to be like, yeah, you know what? If our values align, that's just life, right? We can't just be waiting around for everyone to kind of get their stuff together. Especially if we're already growing. It's okay to wait for a little while, but there comes a point in time where you're like, okay, am I going to continue waiting and hoping, or am I going to put myself out there? And I feel like this person really sees that now. This could be a Scorpio as well. A Scorpio sun, a Scorpio moon is what I'm hearing. You could have a Scorpio moon or a Scorpio sun. I heard Uranus in Scorpio. Like, it was just, that's why I stopped. I was like, okay, like that, okay. So, I don't know. We're just going to say that's what it is. And that's the thing. It's like they had to come to the realization that they could lose you, which is why it's like they felt your energy draw away from them. Okay? They felt your energy. And so now they're secretly thinking about what it would be like to come in and sweep you off your feet. We have take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. This is what they want to do now. Like I know it's like, what do they secretly think of you? But this is like what's going on with them right now. Like they want to take a chance with you. They want to come forward. There's going to be something that makes them come forward. I really feel like that. It says love is all around you. There's love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. And maybe they were stuck playing old style games, you know, like, and not that they were trying to hurt you or anything like that. And if they did, you know, I don't feel like it was something they were ruthlessly doing, like, oh, I'm out to hurt pile 2. I feel like they were just playing games because that's what they had known all their lives. And you grew up and you healed yourself from that game and that playing those games, and you moved away, and they were like, wait a second, all that stuff that I did before is not working anymore, and I really messed up with pile 2. So I feel like they know you like them, you know that they like you, or you're maybe questioning if they like you, and this is that confirmation, yes, they absolutely do like you. Like we have house 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. And this feels like you had to take care of your mental well-being. And now they're realizing that. It's like whatever they did to you, that's like, it's like they grew up because you left, right? And they weren't thinking about it. 24/24 on the clock, which is 6/6, and we have house 6 here. It's like they had to grow up because you left. And they tried being with someone else as a grown-up. And that person that they were being with, like, opened them up, got them to be vulnerable, and then did the same things to them that they did to you. And now they're recognizing how much they really love you. And I feel like for you, Pile 2, there's a resistance coming in where you're like, I'm already done with that person. Like, I don't want to be with that person. I don't want them in my life. But if you're ready, when this person comes through, when they say something, it does feel like they're coming through with some sort of explanation, and it will be entirely up to you whether or not you listen. There's no one here saying, yes, you absolutely have to listen. There's no one here saying, no, you don't. That is your choice. And own that. That's empowering to own that, right? Sacrifice, bull. Yeah. Look at these cards here, these energies, like they are now being in this place where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm shocked because I could literally lose someone that I actually really love. And then we have songlines with Orca. Yeah, this is healing family wounds. This is something that they saw you do. This is something they saw you sacrifice your life and the things that you wanted to do and the things that you were used to doing. They saw you sacrifice that. They saw you let go of old ways of being so that you could come into a healed state. And they just weren't ready to do it when you were. What else would you like to say here, Source? Let's get some more out. Coffee cup. Meeting, talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, and building a friendship. So this could be someone that you're friends with or someone that you see being friends with in the future. Maybe not a love connection, but seeing, you know, where friendship can take you. But it does feel like they will come back. What does pile number 2's crush secretly think of them? Yeah, I do feel like they're going to come back. Like, I don't know. Like, this is just like, oh my gosh, I really messed up. I really messed up. And I know, isn't that interesting? We got that over here, and I thought that it was a different energy, but that's why, that's how much they've changed. You know, and it could be someone new, but it's like, maybe that's why it's like now we're talking about the past energy wants to come back, but I actually feel like these are the same people. Like, this is the same person, and they've gone from being this energy into being an emperor now, and it's like, again, they've healed, and they thought they found an empress, okay? And, you know, or an empress thought they found an emperor, and in reality, they found more of that, oh my gosh, I'm the worst type energy. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I got 4 for you. I only got 3 for the first pile. This came out in the first pile too. We have sabotage and rebuild. Persistent, working on it and repairing. So this is interesting. This is exactly that type of energy I was talking about. Like they've healed that part of themselves. It's taken a long time though. Now they want to come forward and tell you about it. But look, we have mask, hiding true feelings, pretending and delude and gaslight and personify. They didn't want to tell you how they actually felt because they didn't know that a love like that or to care about someone like that actually existed, because their whole life they've been gaslit. Their whole life people been hiding to them, wearing a mask, and they put on a mask, and when they met you, you saw right through their mask, and it really made them uncomfortable. Clock, needing time, cycles and takes time to heal and progressing. That's exactly what's going on. They're healing. Isn't that what I've been saying this whole time? Like, they're healing? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Source, for that. Engagement ring, higher commitment, eternity, partnership and union, and then completion. There had to be a separation that happened here. So we all know separation can be a certain type of connection. I'm not going to say it because it's not for everyone, right? It's not. But if it is that type of connection, then you understand why this person had to go away. For others of you, they had to go away because they had to deal with this mask that they were wearing that you already saw. You already saw they were wearing a mask even when, you know, they weren't healed. You're like, why don't you just be who you are? I know who you are. Why don't you just be that? But they were so used to wearing this mask, and now it's like They realize they could have lost the best thing in their life. And for some of them, they probably have. You know, let's get some shadow on it and see what's coming through here. We have the dark side. Your dark side keeps you from enjoying the love you have. Don't let it steal your joy. Exactly. They let their dark side steal their love, their joy. Needs. If emotional needs aren't being met, it's time to reassess. Touch is important too. And this is you. This was the wake-up call. Your needs need to be met, whether they believed it at that time or not. Why do you have to wait around on them to get their stuff together when they're obviously doing whatever it is that they're doing? Let's get some yin yang cards on it, Source. What does pile number 2's crush secretly think of them? And that's the thing. It's like right now what they're secretly thinking is like, whoa, I really messed up and I could lose pile 2 for forever. I mean, there's really, that's the secret right now, I guess. Cat's out of the bag. They want one more. Look, we have transcendence on the bottom with unity. Comfort zone, south node, and clinging. Healing inner child and Mars energy. Yeah, so they're healing. They're trying to find a sense of stability outside of this confusion. So they're definitely in this process of healing. And again, oh, look, that's the one card they wanted. Karma and balance. Justice. That's the balance at play, right? The balance is that, look, if you're not going to come forward when we brought pile 2 to you, when you knew that they were ready to be connected to you, yes, we understood where you were, but you had an opportunity to grow and heal with pile 2 as a connection in your life. Even if it was just as friendships, I feel like they really did everything here. Like they really they disconnected from you. And so there was no friendship left to be had because there was a disconnection here, right? And they want to come back to union. Yeah, they do. It's interesting. This came out in pile 1 too. That's such a trip. Receive and open. Yeah, this is like a gift. The healing's been a gift. They had to really go through a lot of healing here. The masculine has been present since the beginning of the reading. I thought you might have been the masculine, but I do feel like this energy is the masculine. But you could absolutely be the masculine, and this is what your feminine's going through. We have sun, strength, and empowerment. You had to empower yourself by saying no more. That was your decision. That was your decision. I had to empower myself. And I want you to know, pile 2, like, I feel like I really need to say this because it's coming through so strong. Don't ever feel guilty for choosing yourself. And don't ever sit here and wonder like, well, what if? You did exactly what you had to do because you were feeling like you were being strung along, and you were. Look, and that's the thing. They want union, but now they're seeing they put you through deception. They used their temptation. They created a lot of disharmony, triggers, and conflict in your life. And you transcended that. You transcended that, and now they may come back in with some sort of explanation, but I also feel like at the same time, they're going to cut. Look, we have shadow side peeking out here too, right? I feel like they're going to, because you activated your higher self while they were stuck in their thoughts. You went and planted new seeds, and look, I knew it was going to come out. It's like it was showing it right there. And we have reunion and soul ties. Okay, you had to break the connection. You had to break the cycle. That's what you did. You broke the cycle here. And it hurt them. They were like, oh my gosh. But you know what? I feel like what you did didn't hurt them as bad as they hurt you. And it's not a tit for tat, right? We're not looking at an eye for an eye here. It's just all you wanted was honesty. One thing from them was honesty. How hard is it for you to provide me with honesty? And that's like, I feel that so deeply here. And it's like at the same time, it's like the one thing that you were asking them for is the one thing that they didn't know how to give. They just didn't know. And I know I hear so many. It's simple. You just be honest. If it were so simple, more people would do it. But that means facing our inner turmoil on the fly, and not everybody's prepared to do that. And so I know this is more about what do they secretly think about you? But there's a reason why this message went the way that it did. It's because you needed to hear this. I feel like you just needed that confirmation that you made the right decision for yourself and that you're going to be rewarded for that. Regardless if that's this person, if you still want them, or a new union in your life, you're going to be rewarded for you taking charge and choosing yourself. This was so strong. It came through so strong. I even said that when I was reading the dice. I felt like this was masculine energy. Okay? But let's see what your shaman cards are. No way. What? Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. It says sky, masculine, and air, 64. I don't even know what these cards are. And I look at them with you because I love to be surprised. I like surprises. I don't know about you all, but I love surprises. And so that blue, what? I'm done. I'm done. I don't even want to know what the other card is. I have no idea what it is. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Let's just stop it here. No, I'm kidding. I owe you. Don't you worry your pretty little heads on it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have sky, masculine, and air. I am the sky, I'm the father, I'm the grandfather. It is to me that all life comes. I am the place of power. Look to me for your power. It is to me the upper world that the shaman journeys for enlightenment and creativity. Look up to the sky for spiritual direction. It is to me that all look to for the future. I am the sixth direction honored, and I am the branches of the sacred tree of life. Lift your spirits to the heavens for my unlimited energy. I am the masculine energy, the electric, the yang, the right side. I am the great spirit. That is such a trip. So maybe they are the masculine and you're the feminine, or very much you could be the masculine and they're the feminine. You know, we have this tendency to say it has to be exactly like this all the time, but if you've been with me in my channel for any amount of time, we all know that only a fool thinks they know everything. And so it could very well be that the masculine is healing and the feminine chose not to. Just when we think we've got it all figured out, Source has a very uniquely creative way to show us that we were completely wrong. Okay, so let's take a look at what your other card is. No. No, they came out together. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. I think I need to pause this. I need to go walk away for a minute. Like, what? Whoa. I even said it in the beginning that there's going to be someone with a very feminine energy and someone with a very feminine energy. And I'm going to tell you why I felt like that. It's the dice. We have Venus here, which represents very feminine energy, and Scorpio used to be ruled by Mars, and they kept telling me Mars and Venus when I was watching the dice at the very beginning. And that's why I got that masculine and feminine energy. And this is next level. This reading is next level. I'm done. Maybe I'll do some lives for you all so you can see it with me, because I go through the reading, I shuffle the cards, I do the next one, I shuffle these cards, and I do the next one, and that's how it goes. I can't believe that the feminine and the masculine came out together. Look, 63 and 64. What? No. I can't with you, pile 2. I am earth, I am mother, I am grandmother. It is from me that all life comes forth. I am the great turtle. Ground yourself through me. Learn from me the protective instinct of care and nurturing, the formation, the formulation, gestation, and development. Through me, you can see the beauty and gentleness in all that exists. I am the foundation, the very beginning. It is within me that the shaman journeys for knowledge and wisdom, the timeless flight of ecstasy. I am the lower world. I am the fifth direction. I am the ancestor. I am the root. I am the female, the magnetic, the yin, the left side. That is why I got in the beginning that you could have been the masculine, because it talks about here, you look up to the sky for spiritual direction, and the feminine is all about grounding. And I feel like whoever is watching this, you're the one that went towards the spiritual. Even though this person seems very spiritual by nature, they were very much stuck in the material realm, the games, right? That's stuck in the, not having roots, but stuck in the material world. And so that's exactly what it feels like, is you went and you looked up to the sky for the, and so you could have been embodying the masculine energy to heal from this disconnect in this connection, or this crush, whoever this is in your life. And that's why you're embodying that masculine energy, and they're right now embodying the feminine so they can ground their roots into the world. This is a true testament as to why these are energies and not genders, right? Masculine and feminine actually has nothing to do with gender. Gender is something that we assign ourselves because we label everything. Even masculine and feminine is something a label. Sky and earth is a label. Air and earth, that's a label. These are all labels so that we understand, so our minds can comprehend what's in front of us. It's a form of communicating to ourselves so we understand the world around us. Otherwise, it would just be this jumbled mess, and we'd just be kind of floating around like, what is happening? Right? Like, that's why labels are a thing, right? Like, that's why labels exist with humans. This is insane, though, because this really feels like right now you were in the feminine. If you were chasing this person, you were in that feminine energy, and it flipped. And when it flipped, you went to look for spiritual direction, and this person was then lost in the matrix of whatever it was going on in their lives, and they had to learn how to ground in their lives. And when they grounded into their lives, the same thing happened to them, and they had to thus go back into their masculine energy. Whoa, this is insane. I freaking love you so much, Source. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, Source. I'm just so, this is so incredible. Like, even went way over time on this, but that's okay. So this is incredible. All right. And I don't even know if there's a yin yang emoji, you know, the symbol, the yin yang symbol. But if there is, this is what I want you to do. You can even just write yin yang down below, because this was a very yin yang reading. All right. So put the yin yang emoji down below and say, I empowered myself to make sound decisions for my journey in love. So you let Source know that you're grounded in who you are. No one can shake you, Pile 2. That is a strong place to be. That is very clear, not only with this message, but the energy that's coming in. And no, I'm so proud of you. 41:41 on the clock. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm flabbergasted. I think I might go take a break after this reading, because that just left me floored. Whoa. All right. I'm going to take a second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this absolutely profoundly incredible reading. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful oyster shell, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on what does your crush secretly think of you. We'll check that out at the end. First things first, I just want to say happy anniversary to the channel. This is the 1 year that it's been live, and I'm so excited. So for those of you that have been supporting me, showing up, watching these videos continuously, and just being a part of this incredible tribe and community, thank you so much for your support, your time, and your energy. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we are all here having that human experience, and that this is a safe place for you to come as your highest, most aligned, loving, and authentic self. Also, I do just want to take a quick second to send a shout out to Sterling. Thank you so much for supporting the channel in the way that you did. I feel honored and blessed to have you here, and I just want to say thank you on the videos. That was so incredible. These are general readings today, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing down below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, all those links be listed down below in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. Our memberships are up and live, so if you're wondering more information about those, there's a join button down below next to where the subscribe button is or used to be. When you click on that, it'll show you the levels I have available as well as the options that come with each level. You're looking at customized emojis that you get to use, customized badges that appear next to your name. You have the option of having community polls on one of the levels where you'll help decide the future readings of the channel. You'll have community posts that are membership posts only. On 2 of the levels, you have early access to pick a card readings, and on 1 level, you have membership readings only. Okay, there's a few readings that'll come out each month for the members only. So I do hope that you find a level that works for you and that I get to see you on over there. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. And today we are using the dice to connect with your crush's energy. See this more about this person that you have on your mind and kind of give you an idea if this is your reading or not. Okay, so with that being said, let's get to it. So Source, can you please tell us about pile number 3's crush? Can you explain to us pile number 3's crush's energy? What can you tell us about pile number 3's crush so that they know that this is their reading, Source? Can you please tell us more about pile number 3's crush so they know that this is their reading? Okay, so we've got the 7th house, we have Taurus energy, and we have Pluto. So a lot of transformation here. Definitely a connection. There's absolutely a connection between the two of you, okay? That is the things that are coming out. But let's get into it. This person has gone through a lot. I feel like maybe you've seen this person change. I keep seeing like someone losing weight or gaining muscle, like getting more ripped and more toned. More physically aware. Okay, this person's suddenly become more physically aware, whether that's recently or over the past year. It does feel like there's quite a bit of time here. So it could be over the last 6 months, it could be a year, it could be even the last 3 months, but it just feel like there's definitely like you're noticing a difference with this person. They are very relationship oriented. This person can be very romantic. This person can be very business minded. This person can be very connected with their friends, their family, those that are closest to them. They definitely are very relationship minded here. This is someone who is very centered and grounded in justice, and they may have a lot of open enemies, right? They may have had a divorce. They may be going through a lawsuit as of right now. This is someone who does believe in justice, and they have a very unique interpersonal style, okay? This is also someone who is very persistent. They're very steady. This is like a slow-moving energy. They do everything with purpose, and they take their time, and they take action only when they know it is going to get them to the next step. This is not someone who spends tons of time on energy on things that aren't going to get them to where it is that they're going. My apologies, my dog, she just jumped off the bed back there, and she makes the whole RV shake. So this is someone who's very trustworthy and patient. They have a lot of tenacity and drive. They are very, very motivated and driven, okay? This is someone who's very much enjoying of arts. They like to have luxuries in life. They could be very fashionable. They dress a certain way, like that stands out. Definitely something that you've noticed before. And this person is very, very much in this place of having a lot of power in their life. They go after what they desire. They've had an evolution. They've let go of some fears. They are someone who has a tendency to destroy that which no longer serves them. So it's like, again, if they're in a lawsuit right now, it's like they're going to come out on top. And the people that are involved in the lawsuit with them are going to be like, what the heck? How did you do that? Like, how did you get what it is that you wanted? So if they're like in a custody battle or something along those lines, like they're going to win. And the reason they're going to win is because this is their justice for having been through some hard situations, but also because they've learned to really embody and embrace their own inner power. This is someone, when they come in the room, they command presence, right? Like, everybody might fall silent in the room and wait for them to talk. And this is someone who I feel has a deeper voice. Like, they don't have like a really high pitched voice. They talk really low and slow. This is someone who's very even in their energy, even distribution. Everybody's treated the same way. Even if they don't like you, they still treat you the same way as someone they like. They do this with purpose. There's like a reason to this. It's like, I'm not going to go out and treat, like, again, with 7th house, you have open enemies. You have people who will tell you to your face that they don't like you, but this person still shows up the same no matter what, because it's like, you're either going to like me for who I am or you're not. I'm not changing who I am because of your emotions. They're very stubborn in this, and that's a good thing because it's a very powerful place for them to be at. Let's get some tarot on it. We're going to find out what it is they secretly think about you with the tarot. I just hang on for the ride. Pile 2 had me, like, seriously. I said I was going to get up and walk away, and I didn't. I just had to sit here for a minute and just be like, whoa, because I was so shocked at what happened. So hang with me. They never go how I expect them to go. They go how Source intends them to go, and so that's part of the wonder in this, right? So Source, with pile number 3, what does their crush secretly think of them? Source, what does pile number 3's crush secretly think of them? What would you like to tell us here, Source? What does pile number 3's crush secretly think of them? Dropping cards. What does pile number 3's crush secretly think of them? They do think that you are a leader, and that sometimes you can be cold and disconnected. What does pile number 3's crush secretly think of them, Source? Does pile number 3's crush secretly think of them? Thank you. They do feel like you are very abundant, though, that you have a good grounded place in life. So what does pile number 3's crush secretly think of them, Source? Thank you. Okay, so we've got Temperance in the reverse. What does pile number 3's crush secretly think of them? Thank you. What does pile number 3's crush secretly think of them, Source? What would you like to say? All right, thank you. Oh, they said the other way. Whoa, okay. All right, let's check the bottom of the deck. Like, we have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so they do see you as someone who's very nurturing, but doesn't give away your energy. We have the Page of Swords, which oddly came out in another pile, so you could absolutely be here from another pile. And as always, if you watched all 3 piles, leave a purple heart down below and say I made it. That is reserved for those of you that stick it out through the whole reading, which I truly do appreciate you, especially on readings that are this long. That just means so much to me. What else is peeking through here? Okay, so here's the thing. They do think that you're going to judge them because of them having to go through this lawsuit. They've got a financial loss here. Okay, they don't want you to be like someone that they've dealt with in the past. And I don't feel like they're in this energy of like you're exactly like that. This is the very unsure energy that's coming through. Like, is pile number 3 greedy? Like, do they just want someone who's going to be there to support them financially, not care about them? Because I do feel like this is someone who wants to both be a financial support system, but they also want to care about you because they know how finances can be a huge illusion in the world. Like, people will do whatever it is that they can to get something from another person. And so they do fear this. Okay, this is something they worry about. What's peeking here? We have the 3 of Swords in the upright. But Source is helping them come to this understanding that you are much more than that. That you are someone who is kind and intuitive and gentle and nurturing and loving. And that you do want that. You want someone to share that with you. You know, like I said, they see you as a leader. They also do see you as someone who's grounded in their finances. But it's not always been easy for them to come from the situation that they're coming from. And so they see you as someone who doesn't share your emotions a whole lot. Like, you're not someone who's going to sit out here and just always talk about your emotions, always, you know, be dramatic about anything. So let's see what we've got here. Interesting. They do feel like you're repressing something from the past. With the Temperance in the reverse and the Strength in reverse, we have Leo and Sag energy here. We have Cancer and Capricorn. We have Taurus, Scorpio, and Libra energy out on the table here. I feel like what they're showing here is that they're worried that you're not going to tell them the truth about something that you went through that was a hardship in the past that the two of you can bond on. Something that you'll actually be able to create a deeper connection with. They think that maybe you yourself have gone through either a divorce or a disconnect with a relationship of some sort. And they feel like you will both be able to bond over that. And they feel like, though, you're not going to share that. Like, they see you as someone not going to be able to share that. And so they're secretly wondering, like, how can they show you a safe space where they're not going to take you on this roller coaster ride of emotions. Right? It's like they see you balancing out so many different things all at once here with the Two of Coins in the reverse. And they don't want you to feel like you have to balance out all this information and not have someone in your court, not have someone who's going to be there standing up for you. It's actually a very sweet energy coming through here. Here they have Saturn and Leo. Okay. Sun in Capricorn. And Moon in Sag. Moon in Cancer. Libra. That's what's coming through. Okay. Yeah, there's like a side of you that gets shown every once in a while that kind of like scares a lot of people. You know, it's like that don't mess with me, I'm going to make you wish you hadn't, you know, type energy. And that's something that's coming through here very strongly. And they know that that comes from a wound of the past. Like, they didn't get to where they're at by just, you know, hoping they were going to get there. This is someone who's gone through the hardships. They've healed a lot of their lives. They've had to face themselves. It wouldn't surprise me if they're in therapy, or they've definitely gone to therapy, or had some sort of like, they go to personal development classes or self-development classes where they're just always trying to become a better version of themselves. And they think that like you also are working on that as well, but there's some things that you're not yet coming to terms with. Look, with the Star in the reverse, that you had a lot of hopeless encounters with people who are very, very emotionally unstable, you know, being gaslit, being taken through the muck and the mud by people who are just playing games with your emotions, and they want to come in and offer you something, but they're worried that maybe you're feeling defeated and that's not something that you're ready to receive just yet. Maybe your hardships are kind of outweighing the potential of love here. And I mean, in some cases that could very well be true. Maybe you're in a very aware place where you're like, I really need to heal before I connect with someone like that again. Like, that's something I'm really working on. And maybe for others of you, you're not. Like, maybe you're like, oh no, like I'm very much in this place of like, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to have what it is that I want. Like, why are they thinking that? And so there's going to be different energies. Everybody's in a different place and time in their life, right? Energy is fluid, but some people are at the very beginning of their healing journey and other people are going to be in the middle, and there's going to be more that are at the end, and there's going to be people who range at all spectrums, right? Let's get some clarifiers on it, Source. Yeah, they definitely want to ask you out on a date. We have the Ace of Rings coming out here when I split the deck. Right? They feel like that's something that's meant to be in their lives. And look at how the deck split while I was holding it. We have the Two of Mirrors, 2 on 1. But they feel like you're a little bit closed off to that. Like, no, not yet. Not yet. Alright, Source, can we please get some clarifiers here? It's that energy, like fighting, like, you know, like I want something more, but I don't know if I'm ready for it. That's really what they think. Like, they see you as capable of holding space for this love, but they're just, right now, they secretly think that you're just not ready for it just yet. Like, maybe they're a little bit further along on their healing journey than you. Not better or worse. That's not what that is. Just further along than you are, like ready to receive something that you're not. Like they don't want to push you into anything that you're not yet ready to receive, because they do want to build with you. This is someone who I feel like you're going to build with each other. We have the date card on the bottom. Yeah, so it's like if we could take a rain check, that would be fine. Like, can we take a rain check on a date? Like, that'd be fine, you know? Like, they would honor it. Even if it was 6 months down the road, this is someone who's going to stand up and say, I'm going to honor that. Like, we made a promise, so I'm going to keep my promises to you. Can we please clarify this temperance in reverse, source? Can we please clarify the temperance in the reverse? Look, we have the late bloomer with the knight of coins. Exactly. The late bloomer, like that's the exact same kind of energy. It's like you're just not ready. Like, let's take things slow and steady. Sometimes a knight of coins is just so slow. So slow. Like just a slow and steady. It's a very sure thing. It's Taurus energy, right? It's just this very sure thing. Look, we have the swan energy coming out here. Swans mate for life, you know? And it's like the ugly duckling syndrome as well. It's like, and not that you were an ugly duckling, and you could identify with that as well. Like, you could resonate with that, absolutely. But it's more or less this energy of saying, like, I don't fit in, and I'm trying to find the place that I fit in by myself so that I can fit in with who I'm meant to be with. And so there's like this understanding of your goal ahead of you right now. Understanding that this is what's next. These are the steps I have to take in order to get there. And they see that. I want you to know that they are aware of where you're at energetically. That's why they're not coming forward. Can we please clarify the strength in reverse, source? Can we please clarify the strength in reverse? Okay. Yeah, so we have judgment here, rose ceremony, but they do want to give you something. They see you out of all these other people. Women, men, it doesn't matter. Individuals, right? They see you. And they see that, you know, sometimes healing is not linear, right? Like, it can kind of go all over the place. I feel like we always want to know exactly when it's going to happen, when it's going to be done, and it's not. So it's like, it's interesting because the judgment can also talk about healing from a therapeutic standpoint. And so it's, again, clarifying that this person could absolutely have been in therapy or is in therapy, right? Healing of family relationships, disclosure, secrets revealed, and publicity. There's a revelation here, enlightenment, a new understanding of what's going on around you. So they see you as healing right now. Confirmation, there's healing. When it's in the reverse, it talks about addictions, right? It talks about not being able to face what it is that we've gone through. So I'm going through an escapist mind frame. See, look, we have the Page of Swords on the bottom with the gossip. So you've been talked about a lot by people in your circle or around you, and they see that. And they see that, and they just feel like maybe you're just not ready. Like, maybe you're just still feeling like the world is against you. And so they're trying to save space for you to show up as you are, the best that they can. We have the Seven of Cups here with the edit. Yeah, until you're ready to reveal to them the truth. And that's talking about emotional boundaries. The Seven of Cups talks about having emotional boundaries. Very deeply set emotional boundaries. Like, I'm not going to cross this. And that's what they don't want you to settle because they're there. They want you to choose them because you're ready. See, we have the Devil on the bottom because they've seen you, or they know that you've gone through a lot of situations that have been really hard with the Ace of Swords here and fresh meat. People who've treated you like you're not worthy of love when you really are. We have the Knight of Wands here, the front runner. This is someone who wants to celebrate you. Look, running through, like, but it's like instead of them running through the ribbon here, they want you to cut it open and welcome them and say, I'm ready for this. They don't want to rush in and make you feel like, oh my gosh, this is just another bad situation like that. So they're kind of letting you pace this. They're letting you go through this. And it's like, you know, maybe you only have times where you talk to them a little bit. We have the Queen of Coins here, the single mom. That could be why. Maybe you're a single mom. We did have that though, didn't we? Yeah. See, the Page of Swords came out twice. So they could very well be going through a legal situation. You could be. What's peeking out here? We have for the right reasons. So they want to do this for the right reasons. They don't want to rush in and make it seem like they're just obsessed with you, like you have to settle for them because that's all that's available. That's not what they want. They want you to be ready to receive them. They want to show you that they're a loving person too, that they're capable of deep love. You know, and you found who you are. You're still moving towards fitting in a group here. Right? You're still trying to find your place in the world. And it's like you're finding your place within yourself, which is a very powerful place to be at. But it's like finding your place where you fit at in the world is not as simple as finding yourself. And you're moving past a family trauma here. It keeps coming through family trauma. And they are aware of that. Which when we talk about the Strength in reverse, we're talking about repression. Repression of past situations, past traumas. Right? So let's get some oracles out here. Didn't mean to go this long, but this reading has been all kinds of surprises. Yeah, vulnerability. I feel like there's some sense of vulnerability here, but they're just waiting for you to be more vulnerable with them. And that's why maybe they haven't been vulnerable with you. It's just like, you know, they don't want to put you in a position where you feel like obligated. I think fear. Oh no, it was news. I thought it was fear. We have news with Raven 23. Yeah, they want to speak something to you. They're ready to tell you something. So they're just waiting for the right time. Look at what was on the bottom. I thought that was fear. And it was on. Oh my goodness, Source. Thank you so much. What is happening right here? Oh my gosh, that's so trippy. This is how this reading has been all day long. All day, okay? So they want you to see that you don't need to live in this place anymore. Like they can bring something to you. They know they can. But they also are aware that you have to be open. Like that's the thing I keep hearing. Like they secretly think you're not yet open. And you may be saying, I am open. I am ready, Becky. Like I am ready for all this. And they're saying it's an energetic thing. This is something that like you could say it until you're blue in the face and still not be energetically there. Right? Because energy is not what we say. Energy is what we think. And so the thoughts beneath the surface may be saying, I'm not worthy of this love. I'm not worthy of being seen. I'm not worthy of having this come into my life. And they see you facing that, but they also see you being resistant to opening up to more right now. See, we have Venus coming out. Give and receive love. Find value and see beauty. You're very precious to them. And they are extremely attracted to you, Pile 3. They are very, very attracted to you. But they just see you as being in a place right now where maybe you're just not there yet to give them love and to receive their love. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that they're going to walk away because you're not ready. That's not what this is. It's just they're over here holding space for you to continue healing. They like that. They like that you're healing. They like that you're willing to transform yourself. They like that you're willing to build yourself up like what they've done with the Pluto energy coming through. You know? On the bottom, you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. With number 4 coming through here, we have the swans making a statement in this reading. This definitely feels like somebody who's going to be a part of your life. You know, for a while, if not for this is the end game. It's like open yourself up to the possibilities by releasing the past. You can do it, Pile 3. You are capable of doing it. Okay? You are ready, even if it doesn't feel like you are right now. You have to open yourself up to how you're talking to yourself. And that's just thinking about your thoughts. Metacognition, that's what that means, is thinking about your thoughts. Observing those thoughts. What do these thoughts mean? Why do I think this way about myself? Why do I feel this way about myself? What is a root cause of this? And is this even my thought and feeling to begin with? Or did I think that it was my thought and feeling because of the way someone else was thinking and feeling about me? These are very powerful questions to ask ourselves on this journey. 26:26 on the clock. Strength. Yeah, they see you as someone who's so strong. Like, you've gone through a lot, right? They see you as going through so much, and they're like, and yet pile 3 is still making progress. Like, they're still going. They never gave up. They didn't just lie down on the ground and be like, take me now, I'm done. You got back up. You're still fighting the good fight. Like, house 3, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. What do we say? It was like this energy that kept coming through, healing family trauma, healing family trauma. And here we have that, something from your early learning and how you're thinking, the rational mind. House 3 is connected with Gemini energy. This could be a Gemini. You could have Gemini and Mercury, Mercury and Gemini. You could have Mercury in the 3rd house. It's like there's this energy here that's having to do with the way you think about yourself. I cannot make this up, right? News. It's like being honest with yourself here 100% and saying, you know what, maybe I don't feel like I'm worthy. But why? And asking why. Like, when you get to the root of it, you become so much stronger. And you begin to understand yourself on a much deeper level here. And so they think that you're absolutely capable of this healing. And they do think that you are in the process of letting it go. Slow down. Didn't we say that? Isn't that interesting how I did the cards? And this is, I didn't know what this was. It's coming out over the Knight of Rings here, which is the Knight of Coins. Slow and steady. It's a very slow energy. And didn't I say that? And here we have slow down coming out over it. Pause and allow things to unfold. They absolutely want to create with you, right? They daydream about you, but they also know that they have to leave space for you because this is something they're so worried about is scaring you away. You're one of a kind energy in their lives, and they really appreciate you so much. But it's like right now they can't come forward and be like, hey, pile 3, guess what? I'm slowly falling madly in love with you because you're so incredible. You're so different from anyone I've ever met in my whole life. And I don't want you to go, because they feel like if they came forward to do that, that there might still be self-sabotaging actions behind that where, yes, you're saying I'm ready, but maybe you would be like, oh, maybe it's not true. You'd start questioning their motives. You know, again, that devil energy coming through here. It's like, are they just doing this because, or is this something that they're eventually going to walk away from in the end with the Nameless card coming out right here? Is this something that's the end? Like, is this my end game, or are they going to end it like everyone else did, or is it going to turn out like everyone else did? And part of that's just like, having gone through trauma, they're saying not to beat yourself up for that, pile 3. Not to beat yourself up for that because of what you've been through. You are strong. You made it through. Okay? You're here now outside of that, and it takes time to heal. That's not something that we can rush. And they're saying here there's no need to rush this because this person's in it for the long haul. Like, they're going to wait it out. They see you growing. They see you healing. They see you transforming your life. We talked about that with the Judgment card here, pointing towards there could be therapy here. Right? So you could be your own form of therapy. You could be in therapy. They for sure have definitely had some therapy sessions. They've had to go through their own. And so they definitely know that sometimes it just takes a while. Back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires with number 3. So they definitely see you reconnecting with the inner child here. Healing your inner child. That's something that's so prominent in this reading. This is what they secretly think of you. Like, they care about you, but what they really, really think about is like seeing you heal your inner child, seeing you come into this place of owning your strength, owning your power, knowing your worth. Powerful places. Let's get a shadow aspect on this reading. Burned. Look, exactly. You've been hurt before, so it's hard to trust. Let someone in and love again. I can't make this stuff up. Like, I'm not that creative. I may be creative, okay, but I am not that creative. Like, that's cool. Like, Source is just next level here. Today, Source came in flying on all these readings. 3113. Lost. You feel like you've been abandoned, but there's a deeper connection coming. Exactly what they're showing here. Look, Tangled. Unable to free yourself from a sticky situation. Taking a step back helps you to see clearly. This is what they feel like you're going through right now. You're just stuck in an entanglement, but you're slowly getting yourself out, right? And that's okay. Don't feel like slow about it is bad. No, you're doing it. Whether you take one step and that step is an inch, or if that step is 6 feet, you're making progress. My mom always used to tell me growing up, and it's coming in so loudly, she wants me to say it on the reading right now. She says, an inch by inch, it becomes a cinch. She used to tell me that all the time, and I haven't heard that in a while, but it is coming in so loud. I heard her say it right now. And so she wants you to know, like, just taking that step by step, it's going to be simple, right? Like, there's no need to overwhelm yourself and try to rush through here and hope that, oh my gosh, the faster I go, then the quicker I'll be in this connection. This connection's coming no matter. This connection's going to be here. Let someone in and love again. There's a deeper connection coming. Slow down. We have the Knight of Coins underneath that. Slow energy. We have Taurus energy. Slow energy. Taurus is the first earth sign that comes up in the zodiac wheel, and it is a fixed sign. So the first earth sign that makes an appearance on the zodiac wheel is a fixed sign. Stubborn. They don't want to move. They don't want to go into the next season or the next zodiac. Like, they want to stay there because they're comfortable where they're at. So it's slow. It's not that they can't change, but there's some stubborn energy. It's very slow and resistant energy. And that's what they're thinking about here. They're thinking that you have a very slow, resistant energy, but they also are very aware that when you do change, when the tables begin to turn, that you become so much stronger than you ever realized. And that's part of your process. And there's this energy around it where they're taken aback by you and they admire that you are the way you are. 3333. So let's get some love cards out on it too, Source. Can we please have some more messages for pile 3? Wow. Oh, look at that. Do you see what flipped over the first one? Soulmate, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, and life partner. I keep saying it. This is the end game. End game. And I don't know what's underneath that, but let's see what we have here. Ship, cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression and arriving. You're moving on from this old energy. This old energy that's no longer serving you. This is someone who's a soulmate for you. We have Sword and Rose here with clarity, truth, revelations, honor and protection and determination. I don't think that you give yourself credit for how determined you are on your healing journey and how determined you are to become your best self. So remember that it's okay to celebrate yourself. I feel like I want to get one more of these for some reason, so we're just going to go with it. Source has been really loud and clear today, so I'm not going to question it. They said stop, shuffle. Okay, yeah, look at that. It came out. Picture. Looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories. So they're definitely, if you have shared your Facebook with them or your Twitter or your Instagram or your TikTok or whatever, they're definitely looking at your pictures. They miss you. They're thinking about all the times that you've been together, and they want to make new memories with you. They want to go places. Like, they want to travel. You've got France up here. Well, you've got Paris. You've got, what is that? The Colosseum in Rome, and it looks like this is New York. They want to travel with you. So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck over here. We've got the Runner, fear of intimacy, running away, intensity and letting go, and turmoil and fleeting. Right now, you're in the Runner energy. Maybe like, no, I'm the chaser. No, right now you are exhibiting Runner energy. Underneath that, Coffin, new beginning, liberation, reborn, transition, and tragic endings. This has been really difficult for you. And this has come out in all 3 piles. Hammer, sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, and repairing. We'll go one more. Love, unconditional love, self-love, wholeness, affection, attraction, and selflessness. So they absolutely love you. right? Yeah, you're in a process of self-love and self-care, being happier, loving, and living. Like, you're here to live your life, and that's what you're doing right now. And they admire you for that. They absolutely do, but they understand why you're in the runner energy right now. They get it. They get it. Like, they're not over here judging you like, oh, you shouldn't be a runner. Like, no, they're like, oh, no. I totally see exactly where pile 3 is coming from. Let's get some yin yang cards on it, Source. What else would you like to say here? What is pile number 3's crush secretly thinking of them? See? Guarded and vulnerability. We had vulnerability come out with another pile. Or with another deck. Hold on here. That was weird. I feel like I want a few more here. Okay, thank you. One more. Okay, yeah, okay. Stop, they said. Stop. Detachment and cold. So this is kind of that energy that you may be exhibiting right now. And not knowing. Again, it's just, we go through phases and sometimes we're not always aware of where we're at. So don't beat yourself up and be like, oh, I should be more loving and warm. You are. You are, but we said it in the beginning. You're also not sharing your emotions. Look, her cup is covered. You're not sharing your emotions with just anybody. Like, that's not, no, been there, done that, right? That's okay. That's why you're in this detached state. And in this detached state, you are remembering who you are so that you can be a nurturer and compassion. And this is part of your breakthrough process, okay? Look, I cannot make this stuff up. Source, like, I got you. Let me help you explain this. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. I love you, Source. Thank you so much. Okay, let's oh, I feel like this smorgasbord here. What's going on? Okay, so let's look at what flipped out. Spy, watching and inspecting. Yeah, so they're definitely watching you. This is someone who definitely keeps an eye on you. When they see you, they like to watch you. They just like to watch your move. They like to watch you. They're not trying to be creepy. Like, that's not what it is. They like to see you interact with people. They like to watch you talk, listen to you talk. If it's on, you know, some sort of social media, they just like to check up on you. They like to make sure that you're okay. Right? We have ego and vanity and pride. They've watched you let go of this. This is what you've let go of. They are very aware of this. They're aware that that's how it used to be. And you've received abundance here. You've received special gifts. You've received the right to celebrate yourself, which always existed, but now understanding that is a different place, right? We're talking about, I don't feel like you always necessarily understand how strong you truly are. We have guarded and vulnerability, and we have vulnerability coming out here on the bottom. You don't share your emotions with a purpose. There's always a purpose. I'm scared because I don't want to get hurt. I've done that before. Been there, done that. Been hurt too many times. And so there's this for vulnerability to come out from two different decks. They're like just waiting for you to open up to them. Because right now you're walking in your true north. Like, you are in your purpose. But our purpose doesn't necessarily have to do with our love either, right? Like, we were learning lessons, and our lessons have taught us to be a new way, right? They have taught us how to be different than we were before when we were experiencing our lessons. And so that's where it is. You're very much in this place of living in your true north, and they see that. And they also understand why you're not just running into their arms, right? Why you're giving that runner vibe right now, where you're just kind of like, a little bit cold and a little bit detached, right? That's okay. It's not that you're not aware that they like you. You are aware that they like you, but you're just overcoming your own struggles. We have masculine energy here. So you could very well be the masculine. They could be the masculine. Or the other thing here is that you're exhibiting masculine energy now, because the feminine energy, which is the masculine, is sometimes it's the runner, sometimes it's not. But it's because in the feminine energy is where you got hurt. Self-love. I can't make this stuff up. They're showing you're in a very creative place of self-love and making sure that you're focusing on your own self right now. It's okay for you to take care of yourself, okay? Look, didn't I just say that? Like, North Node, when we come into our North Node, all of our South Node lessons change us. And that takes courage to face those, to understanding that we're not going to be the same person that we once were. And so I'm saying, like, whoever this is, your crushes, they're leaving space for you to show up exactly as you are. 40:44 on the clock. Like, they're allowing you to show up that way. Venus with offer. They do have an offer for you. But this is not going to come prematurely. This is not something they're going to jump the gun to offer you, okay? It's when your energy shifts. They're going to feel your energy shift. And when they feel your energy shift, then don't be surprised if they come in with an offer. But that comes from you loving yourself. Just focusing on yourself and taking care of yourself is what makes the energy change, okay? So let's take a look at your oracle card here. Yes, we have 59 with East, Feminine, Spring, Child, and Fire. Healing your inner child coming through here, right? Very fiery energy right now. That's that self-defense. That's that stay away from me, you're going to get burned. I've been burned too many times, so now I'm burning bright, and I don't want to be burned. And that will ease with time. Spring is a rebirth here. There's a transformation. They've gone through transformation, which we saw with Pluto energy here. Okay, and we have the masculine energy and the feminine energy. These cards have been next level. I don't know why I don't bring these cards out more often. Even today when I was like, what cards do you want me to use to pick from source? And they're like, the shaman cards. It was so loud. I was like, oh, okay, shoot. Like, dang, I don't know why I didn't bring these out before. Like, sometimes they be getting on one. That's what they says, I am the East. I am the dawn. And I just want to take a break here for just a second. It is always darkest before the dawn. And I feel like that's exactly the type of energy that we're seeing here. I am the morning. It is within me that the sun is born. I bring illumination and creativity to your path each day, right? Creation. I am springtime, a time of new growth and beginnings. The bright yellow fire of my morning light lifts you beyond the mundane to a spiritual path of strength and intellectual growth. Quietly contemplate the child within and consider new possibilities. There is an inner need to share with others and to find things in common. Vulnerabilities, right? Communication with others and with yourself should be as clear as my morning light. You can't just look. You must truly see. I am originality. I am clarity. I am the message. I am the fire within. And this is so profound. That's what I was saying. Like, it's like when you look to yourself, asking yourself, why do I feel this way about myself? Why do I feel like I'm not worthy? Why do I feel like I don't deserve this? And these are questions that will help bring you even closer to your North Node, which will also bring you even closer still to this connection. And when we look at 59, it breaks down into numerology 2-5. And we all know, being on my channel, 5 is a very uncomfortable place to be. Look, with the Raven card in the news, it's number 23, which also breaks down into 5. So you're in a very uncomfortable place on your journey right now, learning how to really embrace and embody the changes that you're going through. You're coming into a very powerful place. And 6 is all about solutions, resolutions, balance, and harmony. But we must go through 5 in order to get there. And here we have communication being highlighted on your reading with both of these. Being communicative to others and to yourself. Being completely honest and open and valid about how you feel and what you've gone through. And this is what your person on your mind is giving you space to do. They understand this process because they themselves have had to do that. Okay? This was incredible. This was such a beautiful reading, even though it kind of felt like it was darker, but it's not. This is actually a very beautiful, beautiful reading, and I absolutely loved it. And if you feel like this is your reading, leave a rose emoji down below and say, I allow myself to see who I truly am, and I accept me in this moment. So you let Source know that you're ready to love yourself fully. Because you deserve that, Pile 3, so much. So, so, so much. Okay, leave me a thumbs up. And again, if you watched all 3 piles, leave a purple heart down below and say I made it. I appreciate you so much. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this amazing reading. Until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.